Welcome back. When you walk into a massive multi-million dollar shopping mall, the economic illusion is perfect. You see massive department stores, the Walmarts, the Hudson's Bays, the Macy's, taking up hundreds of thousands of square feet. The logical assumption is that these corporate giants are paying the mall millions of dollars a month in rent, making the mall owner incredibly wealthy. But the truth of commercial real estate is exactly the opposite. In the mall business, the biggest stores often pay almost zero rent. They are called anchor tenants, and the mall is entirely held hostage by them. When a developer builds a mall, they desperately need a famous brand to guarantee foot traffic. To get them, the mall offers the land for free, massive construction subsidies, or multi-decade leases at a fraction of a penny per square foot. The giant brands know the mall will die without them, so they dictate the terms. The mall owner does not make money off the massive department stores. They are simply the bait. Today, we are breaking down the brutal mall math, the architectural manipulation of the consumer, and where the real money in a shopping center actually goes. If the giant department stores are not paying the rent, how does the mall survive? By manipulating the physical environment to extract money from every other corner of the building. This is called the Gruen effect. Have you ever wondered why the food court is always on the top floor or tucked into the deepest corner of the building? It is not an accident. Eating is a destination activity. When a human being is hungry, they will seek out food. By placing the food court on the top floor, the mall's architects force you to walk past 50 different high-margin stores. They deliberately stagger the escalators on opposite ends of the building so you cannot simply go straight up. You must walk a horizontal maze of impulse buys just to get a slice of pizza. There are no windows and no clocks, creating a casino-like temporal distortion where you forget the time of day. Every inch of the floor plan is designed as a physical funnel, forcing you into a hypnotic state of consumption to feed the true economic engine of the mall. That economic engine is the small tenant, the local boutiques, the sneaker shops, the cell phone case kiosks, and the pretzel stands. Because the massive anchor tenants pay essentially nothing, the mall must extract its entire profit margin from the middle guys. A small 500 square foot jewelry store in the center aisle might be paying $200 per square foot in rent, effectively subsidizing the massive department store at the end of the hall. But the base rent is only the beginning. Small tenants are crushed by CAM fees, common area maintenance. The mall owner passes down the cost of the massive HVAC systems running through the Canadian winter, the security guards, the parking lot plowing, and the floor polishers directly to the small businesses. If a local shop survives the staggering overhead, the mall often has a percentage lease clause, meaning if the shop actually becomes highly successful, the mall owner takes a direct cut of their gross sales. The small business owner takes all the inventory risk, while the mall acts as a landlord, a tax collector, and a silent partner. But this delicate ecosystem is currently collapsing. We all know about the rise of e-commerce, but the real threat to a mall is the death of the middle class. When a massive anchor tenant goes bankrupt and leaves, it triggers a catastrophic domino effect called a co-tenancy clause. This legal loophole allows all the high-paying small stores to break their leases and leave if the anchor store shuts down. Suddenly, a multi-million-dollar property becomes a massive, empty, concrete liability. Operating a shopping mall is essentially running a private mini-city. The utility bills for lighting and climate control for 1 million square feet of enclosed space are staggering. The insurance premiums are astronomical. To survive, modern malls are frantically trying to pivot from retail to experiences, putting in mega gyms, medical clinics, and indoor amusement parks just to force people back into the physical building. Let us look at the final math. The small retail owners are being crushed by rent and Amazon, and the mall developers are holding massive commercial debt, constantly terrified that their anchor tenant might go bankrupt. Why would you want to play in either of those arenas? The owner mindset does not want the stress of managing a mini-city or selling cell phone cases. If you want the cash flow of commercial real estate, you do not build the mall. You buy shares in massive, publicly traded commercial REITs, real estate investment trusts. You let a multi-billion-dollar corporate board deal with the empty storefronts, the leaking roofs, and the struggling tenants. You simply collect the quarterly dividend. Even better, you invest in the utility monopolies that are guaranteed to sell millions of dollars of electricity to power the mall's lights and air conditioning, regardless of whether anyone is shopping there. Stop playing the retail game. Build the bunker. Own the infrastructure. Shields up.